First lap is, I mean, the first lap is the one where you can go from first to last if you make a mistake. My name's Rob Holyoake. I'm from Cheltenham, England, and you're watching 5 Minutes with Fletch.
Why do you love two-strokes?
The noise, the smell, that's pretty much it. I've always been around it, I grew up in the late 90s, so it's when two-strokes was still around, and it's just nostalgia.
What's been your favourite bike you've ever rode?
It changes every day, I think. Favorite, it goes from 2011 I had a KTM 85 big wheel, which was one of my favorites. 2013 I had a KTM 125, which was a favorite. 2017 Husky 250 was also a favorite. And my favorite at the minute, I've got a YZ 125. I love that. And it depending on what day I ride, what's my favorite really.
So obviously you're working with Bob.
Yeah, at Goggle Tech. Yeah.
How long have you been doing that?
This will be coming up to my 5th season, I think. So coming up to 4 years and 5th season. Yeah.
Are you planning on coming back to Foxhill this year?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. I just got to try and get myself up to speed a little bit because I'm taking it a little bit too easy at the minute, I think. So.
What's your favourite part of the track at Foxhill?
I'd say going through the valley is the best bit because, I mean, especially when you've got a load of people in there, just you can hear everybody around you and it's great atmosphere.
If you could ride one bike, one track, against one person for one day only.
If I got to race the one person, have I got to be anywhere near them or
purely for your enjoyment? Purely
for my enjoyment. Probably be, I'd say YZ 250, Talavera in Spain, and it'd be, I'd say Demo Stridham because we're always even. We've raced for years and we've never taken each other out. So.
When you ride, are you like if you're coming through the pack, you like, I don't care if to take someone out, I've got to get through, or you always trying to race clean as possible?
To be honest, I don't know if I even really think. It sounds bad, but I just get my head down and I don't really remember a whole lot. Sometimes it gets close, but I don't like smashing into people for no reason. It's always a retaliation if I'm doing that to somebody. Yeah.
What do you think is more important, the first lap or the last lap? And which one's harder?
Last lap's definitely harder for me. First lap is, I mean, the first lap is the one where you can go from first to last if you make a mistake. So I'd say that's, most important.
When you're on the line, are you nervous? Is your mind, like, not with it? Is your mind drifting somewhere else? Or are you just, like, focused?
Varies from day to day. Sometimes I'll be really nervous. I'm better when I'm near enough half asleep. which sounds odd, but if I'm half asleep, then my mind's a bit quieter. Because if I'm nervous, then I end up doing something stupid.
Do you rather ride in like the hot, sweaty weather, or a bit of the colder and gloomier?
I like it when it's boiling hot because I don't know why. Because I'm not really the fittest, but I seem to handle the heat quite well, and I know everybody else is struggling with it, so I can sort of get my head down and it always seems to work in my advantage.
What's been your favourite kit?
Favourite kit?
Is it the UFO one from Foxhill? Is it another
cool, isn't it? It is cool. Favourite kit? My favourite kit was probably MSR. It's Malcolm Smith. And they were the first, it was when I started riding for a Pico edging on 10 years ago, and it was like the first time I'd properly been helped by someone. And the stuff was bulletproof as well, lasted for years.
So, do you like watching, would you prefer to go watch a Supercross race live or a GP?
Supercross. Sounds bad, but I'm not interested in GPs anymore. I think the trouble is I've spent quite a long time going and racing the EMX and stuff like that. It just got like a routine and you get a bit it got a bit stale. So
Yeah.
Supercross is something new, and I've not been to an outdoors yet. I'd love to go to an outdoors. It's just something new, different people and different teams and stuff. It's a bit more exciting.
I'd love to go to a Supercross.
It's I went to my first one like a couple of weeks ago, and yeah, it's pretty mental.
I think the best outdoor to go to, Southwick or Red Park.
I'd like Southwick. I've always thought Washougal as well. If I wanted to race some, it would be Southwick or Washougal, I think.
So do you like a hard pack like Foxhill, sand, or like a nice dirt?
It sort of varies. I mean, I grew up riding hard pack, and then there was a couple of years where I was beach racing. So for about 3 years there, I couldn't ride hard pack. I could only ride sand. I've gotten so used to it. I'd go either like blue groove hard pack or deep sand, one or the other. Like
it's like no mix.
Yeah, no. I mean, ruts are okay in that, but you've got to be quite precise. And I find when I get worn out, I struggle with being precise nowadays.
On a race day, what are you eating?
I normally just go to the burger wagon now. Like back when I was racing a bit more seriously in that, you'd have some proper food and that, but nowadays I'll just go and get some chips or something. I used to when I was training beach racing at Dunkirk, there's a chip van there, and at lunchtime I used to go and get a massive portion of chips. They used to like fill a bag. I used to sit on the side door of my van and eat the whole lot in front of the people that I was racing with.
Jeez.
And then go and do like a 45-minute moto just to like psych them out a little bit. They didn't know I was like throwing up in my helmet afterwards. But...
So, what has been your favourite track you've ever rode?
Talavera in Spain. It's a pity they don't use it for GPs anymore, but it's it's got a nice mix between modern and old school. There's a lot of elevation changes, and it's got nice dirt, and that was always my favourite.
So, when you were growing up, what was going to races like? Were you always really excited, or was it like, I need to win?
No, it was never like that. I was never... As a kid, I was okay, but I was never really in the position to be winning any nationals or anything. There was a lot of quick riders when I came through. No, it's more just for fun, really. I mean, I obviously had to sort of get a result I was happy with, but that was like an 8th or a 7th or something I was happy with.
Thank you for your time.
No worries. Thank